So in the last week or maybe last 2 weeks, every time I go on TikTok, I always see a story or stories about Pastor Tobi Adeboyega. I can't pronounce the last name, but I always see stories about. I even saw one from this lady who was talking about visiting his church, and it seemed to her like it was a cult, and people have been coming out to say lots of things about him. But prior to this, he seems like he was very loved. I don't know, but every time I saw him, he was with Davido, hanging out with people, and the young people seem to have really liked him. And I'm not sure what changed. And there's been speculations of him being deported back to Nigeria. I'm also not sure, but in this video, this is an interview with he did with BBC. So I'm hoping he's able to clarify certain things in this interview. Let's get to it.
In light of the recent immigration tribunal decision,
Right.
what are your next steps? Are you going to attempt to fight deportation?
Well, there is no deportation order, first of all. I need to make that clear.
Oh, so there is no deportation order. Then why are people talking about the deportation? People should be careful.
In light of the recent immigration tribunal decision,
Right.
what are your next steps? Are you going to attempt to fight deportation?
Well, there is no deportation order, first of all. I need to make that clear. The next step is already done, meaning that there's a case in court already. There is, it's an ongoing issue.
You entered the UK on a visitor's visa in 2005
Yeah.
and attempted to regularize your status in 2015 or 16 before
After 10
applying
years?
for leave to remain in 2019.
Yeah.
Some people might ask why you waited so long to try to regularize your status,
Yeah.
especially given that you're a high-profile person.
Yeah.
Because essentially that means that you've been in the UK all this time unlawfully.
I was just a regular person, helping people in Peckham, Queens Road, Peckham. Of course, I lost track of time. I came here as a boy, 25-year-old boy then, and you have uncles and family saying, this is sorted, we're doing it. Until I realized it's not done.
Do you think that you should be allowed to stay in this country, given that you have been here essentially unlawfully for close to 20 years?
Well, the court and all the other processes will decide that.
If you do lose the case and you are removed from the UK,
Right.
will you move your organisation to Nigeria?
It's impossible. My organization is here, my organization is everywhere, and to move it to anywhere else means to keep killing themselves. So no, we're not going to move the community or the movement. We're just going to establish more and find a way to do what we need to do.
I know you've said multiple times on social media, rightly, that you haven't faced any criminal charges.
Right.
But there have been a number of serious allegations made about your former church, SPAC Nation.
Okay.
In 2024, the Charity Commission did publish their inquiry report,
Right.
and they said that there were incidences of serious misconduct and mismanagement when it comes to safeguarding.
I also heard, I think somebody speculatively said, or somebody speculated that they were accused of money laundering as well.
And financial transparency.
Right.
What would you say to that?
It is false. They've been on this thing for the past 4 years. So there are allegations. There are issues. Why is the police not involved? Why is nobody facing any inquiry? Why is there no inquiry?
But
You
the
can-
Charity Commission
Did say
did say that there was serious mismanagement and misconduct.
So as-
That's a separate report.
Yes.
So with regard to that,
Yeah.
what would you answer to what they said?
So that's what we're asking the Charity Commission now. What is the serious blah, blah, blah? You can't just say there is a serious this and that. What is it and who is going to answer for it?
You've spoken a lot about how many people you say you've helped,
Yeah.
but then you do have these former members who have come out to speak about the exploitation they feel that they have experienced.
Right.
How do you reconcile your vision with what these people have said? Because they're extremely different.
I just finished service today, hundreds of young people. Some of them have been here for 8 years, meaning been in the church 8 years. Some 14 years. I've known some of them since I was 14. And you need to hear what they are saying about the church. So please, for any reasonable human being who is not just victimizing anything they don't like, If you have 1,000 people in a place, are you telling me 30 people will not be disgruntled?
This is more than being disgruntled, though. These are serious allegations
Without
of
fact.
abuse.
I've asked you if you have any fact. Situations happen, but there's no fact that the church was directly involved or that the church didn't take action if reported to.
So,
Actually, not to seem like I'm on his side here, but what he's saying is actually true. Because it's hard for you to just run with speculations or run with allegations. You can say anybody did anything, but anybody you can always say like it's just words, right? Until you come with your facts, until you come with your evidence to show that this actually happened. It's almost not true. Yeah, I don't know this man. I don't. In fact, when I heard the story of it being a cult and what it seemed like, yeah, I kind of believe that story that it may have been a cult. I don't know for sure. But also, he's asking where are the facts, and I'm surprised that a lot of people would actually run with this story and talk about it on social media and seek for his deportation without having any facts. If you believe this is unhealthy for your society, why don't you at least have like a full story or like something very concrete? So if you want to like submit this to the law, you'd be like, this is what he's done wrong. Let's nail him. Let's take him to court or let's do something. Let's nail this man with this story. Nobody's really done that. I don't believe so. Yet it's just been allegations so far. So yeah, not to be on his side, but I think he's making some points here. Like where are the facts? It's like they said the charity said this, but did you take it to the police? What was the statement?
so no one ever came to you or presented any of these allegations to you about financial exploitation?
Not once. We set up when we heard these things, we set up a panel of inquiry, independent. We picked people from outside the nation family or Spark Nation and we asked people to come forward if there is an issue.
But if there are multiple allegations of wrongdoing within your organization and you are the head of that organization, some would say that the buck stops with you and it's your responsibility to weed this type of behavior out.
And they will be right. And we've set up many panels and we've asked people publicly and privately to come forward if there are issues. Every organization has issues. The Catholic Church still has issues till tomorrow morning. Did you shut them down?
A lot has been said about the lifestyle that you portray, designer clothes, lavish cars. Some people would say that that is slightly contradictory to Christian values of humility and modesty.
Yeah. I disagree with that. I'm a Christian. I want to wear the best clothes. I want to drive a Lamborghini. Yeah. Christians back in the days had I think they called them chariots. Those were cars. Those were like Lamborghinis back in the day. So, I don't know, man. At this particular point, I don't have to look like a bum because I'm a Christian or to seem modest to you. No, I'm going to wear everything nice.
Some people would say that that is slightly contradictory to Christian values of humility and modesty. Yeah. How would you answer that?
Well, I'm me, and I practice my own Christianity by impacting my community, making sure that I don't stay within the four walls of the church and tell people about going to heaven. I put on what is right, what connects to the generation I'm speaking to, so that they are not attracted to drug dealers and rappers. Nothing wrong with rappers, but drug dealers, so that what they are looking for, they can find the hope of that in me.
Yeah, honestly, from that interview, I don't know if I'm gullible, but from that interview, I don't know. I can't really nail anything on him right now. I'm going to bring a lot more videos so we can see, because from what I see on TikTok, it's like TikTok is a whole different world. From what I see on TikTok, it's like this man has done like some serious shit and he should be killed. He should be nailed for it. But really, it's just been allegations. Really, nah, come on, man. I heard money laundering. I heard he's inciting a cult. I heard different things. I was expecting this to be a lot more intense, but apparently it wasn't. I don't know if I'm disappointed. I don't know, but I'll try to bring more interviews. I want to see a lot more about this issue and what is going on. And as far as Christians not dressing right because they're trying to seem modest, what I believe is if you want to tell somebody God is good, you should look like God has been good to you, So yeah, how best can you express that if you don't look clean. You have to look clean so you can tell somebody good is good. And then they look at you and be like, he's good to you. He must be good to me. So let me learn from you. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. If there's anything you want to add, correct, critique, feel free to do so in the comment section. Smash that like button, subscribe. And if there's an interview or a video where I can learn more about the issue with Tobi Adeboyega, if you have a video where you can show me, please, I'd like to see. So send me the links. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.